Let's talk next about a company which is a semiconductor manufacturer but is integral to gaming because of its dominant position in gaming chips, graphics chips, and this is Nvidia. Share code NVDA on the Nasdaq. High performance chips, but it's not only gaming, they also use them for data centers, artificial intelligence, deep learning, and increasingly now also in autonomous vehicles. That means self-driving vehicles. They're going into all the new Tesla cars. $90.3 billion US dollars, price earnings ratio 49.9, dividend yield a paltry 0.4%. Let's go to the share chart because you'll see this one's also going stratospheric, which is very nice. They were at $100 a share, they're now pushing 150.
Yeah. Fantastic business, and I remember we actually put out a recommendation. We bought it for a couple of clients end of 2015, so and they took it, and I was just, it's like my big miss. I can't believe I didn't buy it on my own account.
Well, I'm happy to say I own some which I bought it around 100 and some before, but my gamer son, who is now 17, my youngest, bought this stock, you know, like a few hundred shares when they were at 23 or something like that. So he also feels very pleased with himself, and that was because he was buying and setting up his gaming PC, and he insisted, of course, on having the latest GeoForce gaming chip, which is rendering the graphics, people. So to understand how that works, this is essential, because if you want to play games and have everything move around fast enough, you need these good chips.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, I mean the GeForce chips are fantastic. I mean they, you know, some of the big competitor in gaming is the AMD chips, the Radeon chips, and I mean they are like, you know, it was sort of neck and neck for a long time, but they seem to have just absolutely dominated the market. I think they've got, you know, in terms of PC box rig gaming, they've got something like 70% of the market easily. But also I think the big thing with Nvidia is that, you know, while it was designed as a, you know, their GPUs, which the graphic processing units, were designed to, you know, process thousands and thousands of calculations to obviously make those crystal clear graphics. Their application is far more widespread. So, you know, again, so you're seeing it. They're by far the choice of chip in all AI programs. Driverless car technology uses just about exclusively Nvidia chips, and I mean they're bringing out, I think it's called the Volta graphics card now, which is going to be specifically designed to handle AI calculations and not be so graphic focused. But because they've plugged into the, you know, it's AI, driverless cars, and virtual reality as well, because they are really the go-to chip provider, the semiconductor that can handle the processing. I mean, that's where you've seen the exponential growth come from.
And that's why the share price is rallying as it is.
And that's it, because I think people can see the enormous demand for this technology, and it's almost like they've repurposed gaming technology for other uses, and they just leaps and bounds ahead of the Intels and the Microsofts and the Googles.
I know sometimes this thing sounds a bit sort of airy-fairy for people, but just to give a practical example, deep learning, for example, is where you take unstructured data sets which you're gathering, for example, from like scanning or internet-connected webcams and so on, and the software basically runs and finds recognizable patterns. So for example, one of the key things that they use it for is facial recognition. So when you wonder how it is they managed to find the recent London stabbers and bombers, that's because they go through video footage looking for a person, and this kind of software and these kind of chips can do that kind of stuff. Anyway, bringing it all the way back to Nvidia, it's got a fabulous, you know, California-based Santa Clara. Zhen Sun Huang is the guy, one of the founders, who's now the CEO. The stock just looks really incredible. I mean, it is always a bit of a worry to buy a stock after it's had a move like that, but it looks to me as though it's going to continue to do good things.
So I mean, that's always the thing. You kind of look at it and you think this has got to be top.
Am I coming in at the top?
Yeah, and I think, you know, I think a lot of the windfall has come with that, you know, being able to repurpose that graphics technology. But if you look at, you know, for example, their driverless cars. I mean, driverless cars, you know, as an industry is still formative, and it only makes up probably about 7% of the group's revenue.
Deep learning also early years.
Yeah, it's very early stages, and it's not a big money spinner for them at this stage, but the potential is enormous. So I think
they've got a huge technological knowledge advantage in the research teams that have built these products.
A long way ahead of their competitors from what the
So what the hell, we're going to go hot anyway?
I think you've got to go hard. I think it is, just be qualified. It is more speculative. It has got some,
it's
some
a
more
$50 billion company. It's not like it's a startup.
Yeah, but some of the businesses inside that are looking a bit like startups. So it is a little bit risky, but definitely hot.